Lords and ladies, welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later with your host, Jacob Butter. I definitely should not have had my mouse down here and then my pad over here, so I have to stretch over. That was a terrible idea. Anyways, one minute listeners, Jacob Butter speaking. Before we begin, just one thing. If you're watching this live right now, I don't think anyone is because it says 0, but just in case, if you're watching this on the Twitch or the Facebook Live, for the moment it says High Heavens, at least on Facebook. I don't know about Twitch. And yeah, I forgot to change the title of it. If you're watching on the replay, it should be correct. We're watching Ethereal Bonds today, not High Heavens. That was last week. Although speaking of last week, I'm joined by the exact same people as last week. We have our usual guest, Aiden DeBest.
Caca.
And a person who has not seen the entire series and is going to be perpetually confused throughout all of this. Welcome back, Emily.
Hi, I love being here and having no idea what's going on.
Well, you see. Okay, so we're gonna discuss the lore and the history of everything. Yeah, no, I'm just like, well, you see.
I actually tried to do that once in a theater class. I had a whole presentation, and everyone was so confused about everything. I think that might have inspired one of my videos about like the best order to watch MyStreet. I think that was part of the inspiration. And
yeah, like listen, for like long running shows that are multi-seasoned, at a certain point, I'm gonna be honest, there's no more explaining them. Like, it's really hard to summarize them and explain everything exactly because, like, so much happens.
It depends on the show. It depends on the show because well, I mean, and also how serialized it is. Because if you take a show like
explaining
Simpsons, for example, you can paraphrase it.
Multi-season serialized show, you know, like again, like God, I tried to explain like Supernatural to you once, and I think I confused you.
Essentially, but well, most likely, I don't remember that conversation, but it sounds like it would have been because I mean that one. I
mean, heck, even explaining Buffy to someone would get confusing. Like, I think you would confuse someone after, like, once you start describing like later aspects of the show, it's gonna get confusing. Like early on, it's somewhat comprehensible, but then you're gonna get confused if you try to explain it, or at least depending on how you explain it.
Yeah, if you do a deep dive, the thing with MyStreet is that it changes genres and styles so often, or settings that you can, if you wanted to go into all of those details, then it gets a bit more complex.
Yeah, but even then, like with shows like MyStreet, it depends. Like you also kind of pick and choose what you bring up and talk about in that said summary. Because honestly, early MyStreet, like if you're gonna summarize the whole show to someone, you may not want to bring up certain characters as much, or make them like footnotes. Like for example, like McLean from MyStreet season 1.
You mean McLeod?
Yeah, McLeod. Like bringing up someone like McLeod or like that pirate girl of all the siblings, all the way back from season 1, wouldn't really make much sense if you're summarizing the whole thing, like every single reference and every single aspect of the show. You know.
Yeah. In the private chats, Myra's saying don't bring up diaries either. I think in the class I might have brought it up referentially, not like actual details of the plots, but just more so this is where some of the characters came from, and that is why some of it does not make sense early on if you're going by production order. Yeah. Again, another thing that definitely threw them off, and is something that again I feel like the video fixed those things a little bit. And then, of course, Write It Out came along and did a different video as well, which made it even simpler for everyone. I guess, at least as far as the MyStreet stuff goes, because mine was more general aphmau roleplays. That was the difference. Anyways, I mentioned Maya. Yeah, we're bending the rules again. Also, because I mean we're on Twitch, so honestly,
wait, aphmau's here. The creator's here, so we can have more people.
Yes, come on in, aphmau.
Oh my God, aphmau, such a big fan. I'm such a big fan, aphmau.
No, Maya's the resident Caitlyn. There's a difference.
And OG Reina.
Okay, yeah, that too. I meant like more.
But like relevance?
I was referring to aphmau specifically here.
Listen, okay, in these streams we gotta bring up the Mutant Girl to get people to watch the Mutant Girl, okay?
I mentioned this
Go
last
watch The
time.
Mutant Girl. It's on the channel.
I mentioned this last time, but when I did the original reviews of season 6 when they were coming out, I was doing a different review series, on the ideally on the day, but sometimes they came out like a day after, whatever. So my original reviews, these like the last week was the first time that I'd done something like after Mutant Girl had come out, and so that was so for the remainder, episode 13 onwards, there's a promo somewhere in the mix for the Mutant Girl that I mention right at the end. Arguably, it would have been a tactic on YouTube to mention it beforehand, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time.
Or
But
in the
yeah,
very middle, you know.
I have a
that
dumb
is also true.
question. At what
Yeah.
episode does not Santa show up?
That's
Not
a different series.
yeah, define not
different-
Santa.
There was a Santa on the thingy-mabobber.
Maya's
Or
talking.
there's a guy that I called
Maya's talking
Santa.
about the like Santa like being at the end of her wish.
No. I know that
Oh.
was Santa. There is a guy that I thought was that guy in
What?
this.
Do you
and
mean
I don't remember.
do you mean Castor? Like the chicken
Possibly?
shaman?
No wait, are you talking
No.
about like? Are you talking about like the old man?
Oh
who,
no,
like,
no,
guarded
Holla.
the-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking
When does
about
he show
him?
up, or has he already?
He's
already shown up.
Yeah, he was in
He was technically introduced in like episode 6 briefly, I think.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out where we are a little bit.
Okay, so
well, hopefully
we're
this
at,
will become
okay,
clear.
so basically,
Oh, I know where we are.
The demon warlock sets everyone up, and now he's all powerful now. That's
I think-
basically what happened.
I think the image spoke
Yeah,
for
no,
itself.
that-
Mine knows where we
yeah.
are. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I suppose we shall proceed. Without further ado, on with the review.
How do you?
There he is. There's not Santa,
Santa.
I think.
Yes.
He's not Santa. Holla is not even near Santa. Why? He's just a man
yeah,
with
so-
a white beard. He's an old man with a white beard.
I should mention
Not
mine was in some of the original reviews, actually.
That's
'cause
what I
mine
was asking. The first one I was in was when Hollow got introduced on this the second time, and I called him Santa. I
and
was trying to
also
figure out
and
where
also
we were.
when Shiny called Michael a girl. Or
Yeah.
What?
I love how all that bravado lasted a few seconds. Just like, I have ascended now. The plan has commenced. Oh, God,
And
my
then he-
organs!
Listen, okay.
Giving old
Listen.
man.
He
Well,
is an old
technic-
man. He's
yeah, he-
hundreds of years old, at least. Maybe thousands. Probably thousands.
Probably thousands.
Leave. Find help.
Turning your back to him is probably not a good idea.
What? You can't be serious. Look at you. You won't last a second on your own.
This is giving me, I'll handle Kurt on my own vibes. If people know that Four Ninjas reference, I don't know what episode that was in, but the part where they start like talking.
Okay, well, technically speaking, though, he's out of breath right now, and he's still recuperating after taking in all the information, all the data.
Okay, okay,
So he's kind of partially recovering here. In this case, I understand it more.
all right.
In specifically next episode, I do not understand. Oh my god, the cannon's going down. Let's have like a 13-minute long discussion about what to do next. Like the cannon's gonna crash.
I'm not
What do
looking
you
forward to that
mean?
one.
Yes,
I'm looking
free
forward to
fall
that one,
at its
but we've got a
finest.
while.
Find the woman with raven hair. Just as those many years ago. I can feel her presence here with us.
Oh, good, because I was
The
about to say
single
you better
person
hope
with
that.
raven hair.
Well, yeah, I was going to say you better hope that there's someone with raven hair who is in the canon currently that have been absorbed. Otherwise, as far as Hollow is concerned, but if you can feel her presence, then yeah, that makes sense.
She's the only one here who can help fend him off.
What the hell are you talking about?
aphmau.
Remind me again
listen.
whose body he's in right now?
Travis.
There's
Okay,
no
cool, that's what I
time.
thought.
She can heal the
Traviska.
relic. Give her one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I won't be able to hold him for long alone. Go!
They're so confuzzled, but okay. They're
Yeah,
like,
it's just
sure.
me. Yeah. Agent R looked like
Perfect.
he had like a most like, huh? Are you for real right now?
Mm.
Okay.
We don't
off
think you'll
we
be able to
go.
hold him at all, but okay. You know, you're
Sure, I
bleeding
mean-
out in multiple spots, but okay.
Just like he's super old. Let's just humor him.
He's gonna die anyway, but okay.
Yep. You didn't leave soon enough. Interesting.
My
He
God,
aimed at the-
Santa!
Is it just me or did he like aim at the floor there? Does Ian have better aim than he does, or maybe Travis is still resisting him?
This again. You really are just a stupid old man. No wonder you let
Maybe
so
the old guy's
many
got
people
misdirection.
take
Hmm.
advantage of your heritage.
Hey, if he's a sad, strange old man, that makes you a toy. Shout out to anyone who got that reference.
I chose to believe that this world is worth protecting. I choose to step in when the world needed me. I trusted each one of them to do the same.
Did we
Yet
ever figure
here
out
we
who this guy is?
Not really.
We know
And
some
where
stuff
are-
about him. Like the relic he has inside of him is his own mother, that he kind of used to, But
Everyone uses their relative for
So,
some reason.
so
well, I mean, it has to be
saying-
either someone you have a great, well, it's stated later. You have to your relic has to come from someone who's directly related to you, or has some sort of deep connection to you.
So are you
Emotion.
giving like Memphis?
What's Memphis? What?
Yeah,
Let me
I
check
don't
my
follow this.
spellings.
I don't follow this one either. Wait, you mean like Memphia, the divine warrior Memphia?
That one, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think
Well,
we
I
know
was
enough
gonna
about
say-
Memphia to really ascertain
Well, that's
that.
what I'm saying. We don't know anything about her, but you said
We don't know
mother,
anything.
and he seems to be ancient. So is it possible that he was dormant? Because he just stated point
Well-
blank he only steps in when he thinks the world needs him.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was hinted at that him and the cannon have been dormant for years and in the state of like a frozen state for years.
Yeah, it doesn't explain the electronics associated with it, but it's that.
Yeah.
But it could also be, hey, if it's coming from his mother, there were only 2 women there.
Well, that we know of. I mean, the
No,
records.
well, also there's a chance that I don't even think he was actually a divine warrior. Like, yeah, he may have been a part of society who made relics, but I think he made relics, gave them to Irene, and then Irene made the divine warriors.
Yeah, maybe what Maya's suggesting here is that he sort of fulfills the same role as like Robin from Buffy, I suppose. The in this case, being the son of a former divine warrior carrying something on. But we don't know if Memphia. We don't know enough about Memphia to say whether or not she would have turned into a relic, what actually happened to her at the end, who her descendants actually were. Not really much of that.
Yeah.
We've
Well,
seen her
as far
for
as
5 seconds.
yeah, I was gonna say, as far as we're concerned, it could be just another, a random woman who happened to be the mother of this character that we've also never seen
Yeah.
before.
I mean, my problem with the way the Divine Warriors are set up in Diaries and in this is the fact that I guess we technically have seen the Divine Warriors, but we don't know anything about really any of them besides technically Irene, a bit of Shad, and a bit of Esmond. Everyone else is like no real information on them.
I
And
can
it kind of
sort of see
annoys
why.
me.
I can sort of see why that would be, especially because historical records would not have exactly been the best. And as far as legends go, a lot of the time, what gets passed down is the actions of the person, and then the personalities.
Yeah,
sort
but
of, you get lost in the in the minutia. and
but
the details.
but we haven't learned about any of the actions as any of them as individuals. We only know about the Divine Warriors did good stuff together.
There is also that.
Like and plus, like you would even say, plus there could be legends of, oh, Menfia was one is so super strong. She like once saved like a whole like group of children from a burning orphanage or something. Like maybe just a vague emotion or vague trait of them that's saying like she's known for being strong or something like that. something like that would help because it would help us
They're all
kind of
known
fill in the
being strong.
gaps.
It does say point blank that
Are you on the wiki
for-
now?
I am on the wiki because I'm like, I need to remember. I was like, hold up, I thought we knew stuff about Enki. So then I went to the wiki and I'm like, yes, we know stuff about Enki as well. I was like, I feel like we forgot about Enki in that when Aiden was like, yeah, we only know about Irene, Esmond, and Shad. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure we know shit about it. We know stuff about Enki. So I
I
was
think
like,
Enki, I'm pretty sure was like a knowledge keeper, but I think that's really all we really much learned about him. Just a knowledge keeper. He
That
eventually
kind of makes
birthed.
sense with how elusive his descendants are. Or
Yeah,
were.
my best guess is he eventually birthed the demon warlock, or birthed the child who became a warlock, who then.
Well, we know.
became
Okay,
well,
immortal.
we know for a
we know
fact
that
that
OG
Travis
Travis. Yeah, so OG Travis, Darius Travis, was the
a
son of the
descendant.
demon warlock and also a descendant of Enki on his mother's side.
Oh wait, on his
Yeah.
mother's side, that's where it comes from. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also, I'm looking at this picture of Kolzak
You know
right
what?
now.
Now that happened, that feels like the most fanficky thing ever. You know, your sworn enemy that you've been defending like against for generations, and suddenly, you know, one night of passion. You know how that goes. Yeah.
Yep. It
I
makes
mean,
perfect
to be
sense,
fair,
obviously.
To be fair, like Travis's conception could be something along the lines of, like the Bride of Satan kind of stuff. Like maybe to join some sort of cult or group that worship the demon warlock.
I
She was
disagree.
young
Again,
I
and
think it
naive.
was
considering
stated.
how she was sworn, you know, her family was sworn to defend against him, it feels very unlikely she would
I
join a
also
cult
think it
worshipping
was
him.
stated something about there was stuff that there were references about imps and deceit with regards to what happened to his mother when he was born.
Ah,
So
so it
I
might have been like
think
how Heracles was conceived, actually.
I think it was a trick. Yes.
Okay, yeah. If people don't know, Heracles was what was conceived alongside of his twin brother Iphicles, and what happened was at one point, you know, their father, you know, their quote unquote father, Amphitryon was off, I think, fighting a war or something, and then it turns out that you know, as so that their mother, you know, greeted him again. It's like, oh yeah, oh look, like you're back. I've missed you so much, and allow me to
One night of
demonstrate how much I've
passion
missed
led to
you,
her getting
my
pregnant.
dear wife. Yes. Well, what was I say one night of passion? Stay with me for this. So after that one time, and Fujian gets up, goes away. Then it turns out, you know, suddenly he shows up again. Hey, I'm back for more. What's going on? And you know, there's a clear difference. At least in the Stephen Fry version, there's a difference in the performance, let's say. But other than that, the wife does not suspect too much. Lo and behold, later on, you know, two twins are born. You know, one of them is the son of Zeus, and the other one isn't. And you can see how that might have been. So I guess, you know, just cut the middleman. She got Amphitryon, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, you know, that kind of that half happened to Helen's mom.
Yes, there's also we did. I did use that idea for Fallen Angels. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where it all ends. Don't you dare underestimate the length someone is willing to go to protect what they hold dear.
You know, it's those words 5 years later kind of read a bit more true. Like, this is where it ends, like the final season that we got of MyStreet. Don't underestimate the way these people will go to. Kind of defines, like, you know, the continued fan content, or, you know, these videos or something, trying to keep that aspect of the fan base alive.
Well, we can listen, okay? I will find a way to bring back MyStreet. I will go up to aphmau and buy MyStreet off her.
This is what I'm saying. You know, the length people will go to it hits differently now.
Maya. Mother.
I highly doubt that aphmau would sell
It's
this to
time.
you.
If she's not using it.
Well, she has said that she's going to put out a season 7. That is a thing.
One day, okay, but if she doesn't, I will do it. I will be the one. You know, no, she can just hire me as like a writer and like producer. You know, I'll do that. I'll take on a brunt of the work. I'm okay with that.
I can vouch for this. This is a common practice that Aiden has.
I'm okay with that. Listen, I will push myself beyond my limits. I will do it. I do it all the time.
Alright, Goku, calm down.
I will go even further beyond!
Wait, that was the button pressing sound effect there. Boop, boop. Like that was...
Nah, she's just tapping the buttons and like looking around the
Collection
computer.
procedure? But nothing was captured? What does that mean?
Actually, no, it was captured. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you- there was a capture! It just wasn't the intended capture. It was there.
Yeah, that should still give a data reading, if anything.
Yeah.
Travis.
Look at how like dislocated his arm is in the to like get that motion. Minecraft
Making
limitation.
Gacha Life 2 poses be like, oop, my arm. Oop,
Yeah,
my
but
arm.
the thing with Gacha Life 2 is you can fix that. In Minecraft, you're toast.
Yeah. You just gotta be good with your angles. Your fallen angles.
We need to head back to find out what happened and make sure everyone
I
is.
have something I need to do.
What?
Don't tell me you're planning on going up there!
I'm not going to let him suffer his fate alone. He's my son.
There's no way you can
He'll kill you.
Don't worry, Santa's there with him.
alone.
Oh my god! He's not Santa! He's not! Santa's actually canon to this universe! There's
Aiden.
literally a canon Santa!
Aiden, I know that. I'm very much aware of that. We've seen that. We've seen that Santa twice. In the
Okay, but
past.
he looks like Santa.
Not every old man with a white beard is Santa!
I'm just gonna remind people that when I pointed out how obvious the appearance of Santa was in the first Christmas special, the one with the holiday magic, when I pointed out how obvious that was the hint was, Maya said this got me the first time. I was like, really? So hey, Santa.
Wait,
can hide
what
in
got
plain
me the
sight.
first time?
The appearance of Santa in the MyStreet holiday special, like that 3-parter.
Oh, as the mechanic?
Yes.
I don't intend to try. I know Michael will eventually find me and kill me. At least
fight him.
it can be
That's
on my
what-
own terms.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Then I can tell my son I love him. Just one last time.
You could tell him even if it tracks you down.
I mean, maybe you could, but that's not a guarantee. You could eventually get up to there as like, by the way, before this, Travis, just gets vaporized.
You would die?
We can still do something. This
Listen,
isn't over
don't
yet.
get defeatist attitude, you know, you gotta do something.
It's fine.
You can turn yourself into a relic.
I think, well, I mean,
I don't know if that'll help the situation, but it's a better use of your life than, you know, dying.
the question is then who would use it? Who has a strong enough connection to him?
Travis.
Yeah, who's currently
Travis Finesse! You don't want it in Travis's body.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's so bad
I just-
idea. As far as he's concerned, enough relics exist right now. And yes, before anyone says it, I know what happens later. Again, I say as far as he's concerned.
Even if we could
Well-
save him.
Aaron? Possibly.
Aaron barely knows the man. You know, Kim wasn't even offered up to be a potential relic.
But yeah.
And
Yeah.
they knew
Michael
Kim for
would choose
years
to-
at this point.
Use me as a vessel again. This is the fate of my family. It always has been.
No, your fate of your
Then
family.
Then why
to
did
be
you have
possessed.
kids?
Yeah, why did?
This
Actually,
is my
well,
question
okay, wait.
as well. Why, if Derek had decided to adopt 2 children, none of this would have happened.
Well, but if his brother had kids, the curse would have passed on.
Potentially.
But no,
which
but
again
like,
kind of gives credence to my genetics theory as far as like how that goes and how it plays like an inheritance thing that way.
but in the case of him, dude, he was possessed a lot of times. So honestly, he could have just got possessed by Michael
I
one
guess,
night
yeah,
with his
Michael got
wife,
the-
and Michael just didn't use a condom. And then it's like, oh, now she's pregnant. So I mean, I don't think there's a way to avoid not having kids when you can be possessed at any point.
Hello? Abortion?
Well,
would go possessing would do
tell your wife, hey wife, hey, I need you to delete this fetus right now, just because when we did the thing the other day, I was actually possessed by a demon inside me.
Okay,
No,
two
no, no.
things.
Original
Two
issue
things.
of the
Okay,
demon doing stuff with the wife in the
yeah.
first place.
All right. So okay. So two things about this. One, Emily, your point. You described the plot of one of 1984 just now. And for Aiden, yeah, this feels like a conversation that they would have likely had to have before getting married. I mean, in relationships, people. I mean, sometimes people try to avoid the question of, do you want kids or something? But I feel like, at least from my perspective, it's a good conversation to have. At least as a hypothetical.
Isn't the mom dead anyway?
Well, at this point, but not
Yeah.
historically.
Yeah. Yes,
Also,
mom had to be alive to have
also
the kid, but like...
also one aspect. Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's like, look, I mean, I don't think there was a way for him to avoid having kids regardless. Also, that may have been why in season 5, when Michael like partially possessed Travis to like resolve things with Caitlyn and get things better between him and Caitlyn constantly, was ultimately to potentially sire another child if ever necessary.
Yeah, could have been an ulterior motive. Yeah.
Yeah, just to, kind of be like, okay, we need to make sure things are good with him and his girlfriend or potential girlfriend.
Maybe that's why he's so good at it. So that's because he knows all
Yeah.
things to say because he's done it so many times.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Over all these years, I've acquired the maximum amount of Riz. I will reign eternal. Anyway.
I quit.
I don't know who this Michael person is, but he's got some riz. He's been
That's
mewing,
exactly-
bro.
That's what I just said. Anyway.
Kill him. Please. Tell his friends to remember him for who he was.
Oh my gosh. This guy is just telling people to kill his son.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough call, for sure. I can see why, but yes, it's one of those where it's like, I mean, there's honestly, yeah, it's a lose-lose situation either way.
You may need this.
You can't let emotions compromise him, I suppose.
Did he not go in there saying, I will do everything
What
to
can
save
we
my
do?
son?
Kim pep talk. I like this moment coming up. Kim pep talk.
Okay.
Kim pep talk.
All right, Kim
Yeah.
pep talk.
We've been here before.
What do you mean? You've never been here.
here
No,
before.
That's not what I mean. Remember the lodge? No hope? No way out?
Did it just freeze?
Did it freeze?
It
Well, it's
doesn't look
just
like
Kim talking.
No,
like
I
it's
think it
moving.
froze.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. If this was an episode of My Passion, I would say 100%. This is how it would be framed. This is MyStreet here. This is
Yeah, there's like a panning shot or emotion is changing or something. There's something on MyStreet going on at all times.
In this case, I'm guessing left to right justified shots, but we'll confirm that in a second, unless I have to re-download it.
Left to right justified shots?
Yes. It's the type of thing where you'll have like one person on one end, one person on the other, and the camera constantly cuts between the two of them, so you only see one of them on the screen at the time, but they're talking to each other.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
How do we
Best
make
way
it
to
work?
film twins with one
No,
person.
okay,
Work
go back.
together.
We skip forward in the conversation.
It doesn't actually matter because it's still not working.
Oh. Crap! No.
It's fine. I'll just re-download it.
Oh.
A while ago, it
Jacob,
froze.
how dare you download it wrong? How dare you download it wrong? Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah, the first time it just froze at oh, that might be why, because it froze at like 28% or something, and I had to reacquire it. Maybe that's why I just picked the wrong file.
Oh.
Nope, there's only one that seems to be in here. Okay, I'll just delete that and just start again.
So how was your birthday?
I assume you're asking Emily that.
Well, yeah, your birthday was a month and a half ago. I don't know when Aiden's birthday is.
Hasn't happened yet.
June 11th.
So there you go, the answer was good.
In comparison, I'm not that old compared to you guys, but I somehow still feel old.
I
Do you
think
have
that's
any
the thing
younger
with
siblings?
No.
Hmm.
Only child.
Those are the ones that make me feel old. They're like, oh my gosh, you're 6 years older than me? You're ancient.
Which is always going to be the case no matter how old you might be. So
Well, no, for like 9 months of the year, I'm 5 years older than you.
oh, that's the yeah. My apologies. Yeah, I forgot the barometer of ancientness.
Is
Definitely
5
means
to 6 years.
yeah. Exactly.
I'm
How
only ancient
could
apparently for 3 months of the year.
hey, you know what? Not a bad average. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, okay. Well, we haven't got to that part yet, so there we go. That's how you can tell it's worked this time. Okay.
You've never been here.
No, that's not what I mean.
Yes, see what I mean? One
Remember
shot.
the lodge? No hope? No way out?
And second. Usually the characters don't look identical apart from the shading, so, you know.
How to film twins in a scene when you have one actress.
There is also that. I must say, it must be a nightmare to work on, like, Liv and Maddie if you're if you're a cinematographer.
We had people
Oh,
we cared
literally.
about that were in danger, and we took what we had and we made it work. We all worked together to make it happen. If we give up now, then yeah, we will fail. But you and
It's
I,
giving friendship is
if we work-
magic.
And that's a bad thing.
Fluttershy pep talk.
Listen, we need a pep talk every once in a while.
That might have been the inspiration, actually. Remember who we're talking about here as a writer.
We love
Together,
my little horsies.
we can do more.
Oh,
Emily,
don't call it that
That's your
ever
name,
again, please.
isn't it? I know it now.
Yeah, much to my dismay, yes it is. Oh,
It's canon,
Yeah,
Jacob.
please,
I'm
what?
sorry. What? Everything all right? Why are we paused?
Is Jacob frozen?
I think Jacob's frozen. Surprise me, because I don't know if this is
Nope, Jacob's
an
alive.
international, because my connection is terrible.
Jacob, are
right
you
now.
dead?
No, Jacob's moving. Jacob moved.
Yeah, not everything that moves is alive, though.
I don't think so.
Oh my god, he's back!
He's delayed.
I'm gonna switch.
He is majorly delayed.
Oh wow, that's so delayed. See, I say that, but my
Robo Jacob.
thing says like 1 bar in the red. Now it's 2 with orange. Great, yippee!
Yippee! Yippee!
Oh, this is our stream now, guys. Oh, never mind.
This is our stream now, bakas.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, just
He froze again.
Do you guys want a Jacob popsicle? Because that's what he is right now, because he's frozen. But then she...
Find the perfect Jacob popsicle, part 23.
I feel like there are a lot of them. I have definitely just sent screenshots of Jacob to Jacob before. I'm
You
like,
know
love
what?
the taste this time.
Buttercorp... No, wait, we should do Buttercorp popsicles.
Oh my god, I
want
think
a
I just saw Jacob's
popsicle of
eyes
my
move,
own
guys.
OC. I want to take my to the shop to the face.
Okay. No, wait. What if we made a wait? But no. Wait. Idea. Idea. Emily. Idea. Popsicle.
You could make out with Pop.
You could eat
Who
Pop.
wants to make out with Pop?
You can make out with Pop, okay?
What?
I'd make out with Pop.
Why?
I'd make out with Empress, but not Pop, of the characters from Nasib.
I was gonna
Listen.
say.
No, wait. In the Morwenna popsicle, the stick is blue.
Oh, I heard
not make
I heard
out
the
with
intro
Moana.
music.
Well, you should hope you see it in the corner as well.
I'm filling up my water bottle.
I just see
Okay. I was just
Maya
preparing
in the
while
main
you
screen.
discussed popsicles. I was just preparing it.
Would you wait when we make Buttercorp popsicles eventually? Would a popsicle be cool?
Aiden, can there be a
What are we gonna make
Lilith
out with?
popsicle, pretty please?
Yes.
I feel like you should
Yay.
make Pop as what is that fluffy thing?
Wait,
Candy
we can
floss.
make villain. Wait, we make villain themed popsicles because you know why? They're as cold as ice.
So you can see them.
You know,
Alright,
like
fine.
we have like a
Fine,
Lilith
Phoenix popsicle
one,
then.
a Lilith one, a Felix popsicle, a Pop popsicle, a Bianca popsicle. Who
Wait,
else?
Lilith is a villain?
Yes, Lilith's
Yes.
a villain. She
My
is very
God,
much
Lilith
a
don't
villain.
seem like it, but I
She's a
promise
villain.
Wait, which one
I
was
don't think-
Lilith? What show?
Fallen Angels.
Fallen Angels. I don't think mine's up to date with that one.
No, I
That was
finished
season
Fallen
1.
Angels.
That was season 1. How would you forget that?
I don't remember who Lilith is apparently. Oh wait! Is Lilith the like
This-
blonde
we
one that was
watched,
manipulating humans?
We watched.
Well, she's not blonde. She's ginger, but yes.
Okay,
We
I
watched
know what
Fallen
you're
Angels
talking
before
about.
Maya's before Maya changed her medication and realized that was affecting her memory the whole time. So
Wait,
next
what?
we watch it, we
Seriously?
have more of a chance.
Dang. Is your memory all right now, Maya?
My memory was fine. I just had a dissociation issue.
I
Okay.
ate her
Oh.
memories.
Well, we can try rewatching.
Yeah,
What
Fallen
haven't you
Angels.
ate, Emily? What haven't you ate?
You? Question mark?
Wow. Am I not tasty enough?
Okay.
I see how it is.
Well, your depression was filling enough.
Oh, true. That is pretty filling.
No.
I just had a flashback to Silence of the Lambs. Anyway, yeah, so at some point we will we can rewatch Fallen Angels with Maya. Maybe a couple episodes after this ends,
Yeah,
depending. Now,
after yeah, so you're no longer dissociate. Yes.
yeah,
Mm.
that, exactly.
Leave them.
Yeah.
I'm
I
really
think we missed a little
confused
bit of
though.
that.
Why isn't
sure.
Ghost giving the pep talk? Because I feel like Ghost was that there's always a way kind of person, and then Kim is now here with there's always a way.
Well,
I think
it's a
the
reversal
point is
roles.
because Kim, because Kim has grown so much as a person
Yeah.
based on all the different, things she's been exposed to, that now she has the fortitude enough to reverse that. Gonna do honorary Levi drink to Kim there. I'm gonna save it.
But
Yeah, unfortunately, this episode has nothing.
Sister!
Keep in mind, this episode has nothing related to Sylvana, so you can't Levi drink to anything about Sylvana's suffering.
What?
Well,
But Sylvana's so hot.
What?
That is
Wait,
not remotely what
what?
we're getting at.
What?
That has nothing to do with
You
what
have a
Aiden
thing for
was saying.
Sylvana? Wait.
Okay. Before we go down to that, Aiden, for context, what Aiden was saying is that last time I saved the Levi drink because he reminded me this is the episode where that was the episode where everyone's souls got absorbed by the celestial cannon, and so I Levi drank the moment that
You
Sylvana's
saved
soul.
the Levi drink
separated.
until Sylvana got absorbed.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, and I'd do it again.
That's awful.
But yeah, that's what Aiden was referencing. Well, so is she.
Savannah's voice.
Yeah, hit her with a fireball. I'm sure that won't break the
Yeah.
ice faster. That won't break the ice any faster. We'll be fine.
Whoa. Hold on. First of all, it will melt the ice. Second of all, she seems shocked that it did nothing, but would she have been more surprised if she started, like, actually burning from that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's trying to knock her out, but, like, I don't think a fireball's the way to knock her out. I'm gonna be honest.
I know that I bring up Avatar a lot in these recent reviews, but if people remember the scene where Aang firebends for the first time and accidentally burns Katara, the expression that he had was very similar to this, except Lucinda has that expression for the exact opposite reason. She's not hurt? Oh my goodness.
How is she not hurt? Does she drink a fire resistance potion?
Man, Zhong lied to me. This does nothing.
There's nothing you can do to stop this.
Caitlin, please, light it!
Telekinesis.
Also, one.
Falls off the cannon.
Also, I do
Well,
not
that would kill her. She
understand.
doesn't want to kill her, but
I
also,
do not understand how they agreed to let Zane fight Gareth.
Well, they didn't
lack
agree
of
on
options.
that. It just kind of happened, you know.
They were out of
I feel
options.
like someone
Normally,
should have gone with Zane.
well, normally
had
I would say
fighting
that Kawaii-chan would have
experience.
gone, but she was injured, so that wouldn't have worked.
I don't think Kawaii-chan would have gone either. Like, neither of them are fighters.
Exactly. I'm like,
Oh, hold on. Aiden, you say that, but remember, Kawaii-chan has
Oh my
experience
God.
taking on Gareth.
That was a more comedic fight for Guad, and two, Garth and Lawrence wouldn't want to hurt her. So like
Okay,
that was
but
that's not even under the classification of a fair fight. The
Okay,
tone of that
but
fight was
also,
completely different. But even with
Kawaii-chan-
that factor removed, Garth wasn't trying to fight her. Garth and Lawrence trying to reason with her to not have her beat them up. So like it's like, okay, it's different when someone's fighting you, but you're not fighting them. Okay, there's
Well,
a
that is
difference, Jacob.
true.
If you don't want to fight someone, but they're coming at you regardless, and you're trying not to hurt them, it's a lot harder to restrain them and not hurt them in a way. You know, especially when they're not caring about your physical safety.
okay. Well,
At least
that
unless
is
you're Lucinda,
true.
because that's what she's sort of doing. But yeah, she's
Yeah.
got magic. In the case of Gareth, what I was the real clue there is just how much damage he was able to do. The fact that he was limping away afterwards and wasn't because I mean, oh my goodness,
mean,
this
to
could be
be
this could be
fair,
a
I
terrible
think-
example. This could be a terrible example, but there's a scene in Twilight where Bella punches Jacob in the face and breaks her own wrist, and Jacob just stands there, stone faced, while she's like, ah.
Also, in this case, the forever potions, I'm pretty sure, have been heightened due to the activation. So I don't even think Kawaii-chan would be able to lay a finger on Garth properly in this state.
It
Because,
depends
like,
on it depends on how much of a heighten there would be, but the point is that she has more.
Also,
of a
Garth
chance-
has a sword. At the very least, Caitlyn has her fist, but Garth has a sword. The sword is gonna kill her first.
Okay, so yeah, to go back to what it didn't the first time. But also
Should have.
yeah, the thing with the thing with that, you say it depends on like how heightened the potion actually is. Obviously, you know, there's no quantifier, so it could go either way. But either way,
the potion,
Zane
at the very
Zane
least
is less
was.
suited. Let me finish. Zane is less suited than Kawaii-chan is, based on like the history of the series. So if Kawaii-chan were in full strength, I would have said, hey, it would have been a nice thing for her to go along with him. Also, Zane-chan.
Well, it would have been. It
That'd be
would
fun
have
for
been.
everyone.
It would have been better if they double teamed them if they were both in good health. But you know, only one of them's a decent health. Double team.
That was my point. So yeah, Kawaii-chan would have been the ideal person were she not injured already.
Well, I mean,
all the
even when it
reasons
comes to
stated.
stuff like Fallen Angels, like in the cases of like Fallen Angels, when like I have a character fighting a character who's on a different power level compared to the character they're fighting, I normally tend to have it be like a touch and go fight where like they tend to go in and out of the fight and like they tend to do trade offs and like they tend to like have multiple people fighting them versus having a single one-on-one
That's
fight.
great. And if they had enough options, that would have been a good avenue to take.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they did not.
Also, well, this is one thing I'm gonna note here. The Garth versus Zane animation is so much worse than the Lucinda versus Caitlyn animation. And that's one thing that's
Well-
always kind of bugged me about this episode, because this animation got such an animation downgrade. And like and I think it was done by the second animator, but like still it's like one of those
Most
things where it's
likely,
like
yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like I personally would have preferred having a higher quality animation. If we had to pick and choose who would have the slightly higher quality animation, I would personally choose the Gareth and Zayn ones, since their dynamic and their relationship has been extremely fleshed out over the course of these 6 seasons. So getting an animation where they fight to be super clean and super well looking would have been more important than a fight between Caitlyn and Lucinda, who, while they have had their issues in the past, it hasn't been as hyper focused on, because pretty much every MyStreet season has somewhat focused on it or had that be an element of it. Versus with Caitlyn and Lucinda, it's been like relevant for like 2 maybe seasons total, maybe 3 total.
I guess
Like, it's not been
the
hyper
counter
relevant
argument
for a
would be.
while.
I guess the counter argument would be: would it not? Is it not better that they get the better quality animation based on the fact that based on the fact that, you know, their relationship gets a bit more spotlight than the one that has been explored ad nauseum at this point. I'm not saying that's necessarily what I believe. I'm just saying that's another way around it.
I guess.
And also, most likely, the real reason is because the first animator already did the first part of the animation, had everything saved already. Probably.
Probably.
I also.
It just kind of sucks that their animation kind of got shafted, in my opinion. And I think it was also a time thing, because maybe they didn't have as much time to go over it, because again, it's been a week since the last episode came out, so obviously both animations were being worked on at the same time. Like, these 2 episode animation wise probably being worked on at the exact same time, and I think it was more or less a bit more rushed to get this out so fast. Like,
it was definitely rushed because this is definitely around the time, you know, the biggest gap between MyStreet releases was last episode and the one before that one. So yeah, I can see.
Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, you have all the sets pre-made and stuff, you know.
And my connection's gone again, apparently.
It just
gone
kind of
again,
sucks.
apparently.
I have to protect her.
Oh. Yeah, maybe you should have did that spell before you tried the fire spell.
Yeah, that would have probably enhanced the first one. Yeah.
Zane can't help you right now. He's. Oh. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it didn't let me press play. It's still not. I don't know what's happening.
Oh god, you're gonna crash.
Alright, gonna reload that again.
Hey, I'm center attention.
Oh god, my connection also just okay.
It's the British people. It's all the British's fault.
maybe the grid is just messed up somehow.
The British are being under attack. Oh,
never mind.
Back. Yeah, look in there.
Zane, help!
Kind of busy, Caitlyn. Lucinda, I mean.
Oh dang!
Okay, why did he do that?
I mean,
why?
I would just stab him through the chest. I'm gonna be honest. That's one of the most the most effective places to murder someone.
Confidence?
Yeah, I suppose.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's also the fact that maybe he wanted to beat up. Maybe
Garth?
part of him. Maybe Garth wanted
This
to be
ain't Garth.
maybe Well, maybe Garth wanted to beat up Zane a little bit as well, deep down. So, when he's mind controlled, it manifests as him deciding to
I
punch
highly doubt it. If anything, Zane's one who want to beat up Garth subconsciously. It's like, did I do that?
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Gareth, please stop
That was
this!
such a weak kick. Just like, stay away, stay away.
Yeah. This is why I think Kawaii-chan would be a more powerful fighter at full strength.
Well, also,
Well,
Kawaii-chan also wouldn't want to hurt him too. I mean, the problem with these kind of like situations is when one character's mind controlled and is like pretty much out for blood, and the other is trying to like not die, but also wants wants the person back. It's like one of those things where it's like you're ultimately at a disadvantage. Where it's like, yeah, I physically don't want to push. I wouldn't want to do anything that would seriously hurt you. Versus the other would be like, yeah, no, I'm going to kill you. You're going to die.
Yeah, I imagine that's why, like in Diary, stole so much for time. You know, in season 2, where he's just fighting Zane for most of the series in the Arene dimension.
Zane probably should have died, or at least broke his back. Like, dang. Paralyzed Zane? Oh god, this looks so weird.
Still up there.
He landed on his feet. My goodness, that is.
Oh, he's not a cat! He's not a cat! He'll die! He's like, oh my god,
See,
my leg.
all the more see, Kawaii-chan would have been so much better, like I said.
Come on! Fight me!
This looks so wonky. He's trying to be intimidating. It looks silly though.
That was a great scream from Caitlyn, actually. That actually sounds like a final boss taking painful damage in a video game.
Oh no. This doesn't look good.
Imagine if the cannon was spinning when Garth jumped and so he miscalculated and just fell to his death.
Oh my god,
Zane
that'd be
taunted him.
horrible! That's how Garth died. He got himself killed.
I feel like if Garth jumped, he would still live.
No, he would die because like the water surface tension. If he landed in water, the surface tension would kill him. From that
Not if
height.
he lands properly.
This goes back to
if
what you were saying earlier, Aiden. You know, how enhanced are they at this point? Because there's no actual figure, so we don't really know.
Okay, I don't think they're in this case. I don't think they're enhanced enough to survive a fall to the very bottom of the island, but I do think they're enhanced enough to take quite a bit of damage. Also, I'm pretty sure in between episodes they had a bunch of forever potions applied to them anyways, or at least they have enhanced healing. Because like with the fight with Aaron, when like Caitlyn and Garth fought, when Garth and Caitlyn fought Aaron, like you saw a bunch of scratches and bruises all over them by the end of that fight. But then the next time we see them in like episode like 12, like at the end of episode 12 when we see Caitlyn for the first time again in a while. And keep in mind, it's like only like been like 12 hours and she's completely healed. So it's either a bunch of healing potions or like a forever potion's been applied to her to make her heal faster, or you know,
or the original forever
happened.
potion, the one that gave them the strength in the first place that was dormant, already had that ability to begin with. One or the other.
Yeah, because we know they have like really good healing.
Yeah, because I don't know how many potions Michael has either prepared or brought with him at this point, considering that Ian had most of them.
No, you're still in there. Please.
And maybe they're just regular potions as well. They could have been just regular potions. They don't have to even be forever potions. Just regular potions to help them temporarily.
Yeah, they could be standard Minecraft splash potion of healing. You never know. Or regeneration. Does Michael have gas tears?
Please remember me. I'm Zane. I'm your brother. Someone is controlling you. You aren't doing this yourself. Please don't let them win.
Okay, this is where FP he gets stabbed pretty much extremely very deep in the shoulder. Maybe not straight through, but pretty much straight through at this point. Like his shoulder is screwed. Like he should, like whenever he's walking around, that hand he should always kind of be holding. Because like because again, this is a deep
You should be doing the Vegeta
stab.
pose, yeah.
The other two stabs could be chalked up to very surface level, very thin cuts.
Yeah, they're like minor
they're
gashes.
gonna hurt.
Gashes.
Yeah, they're gonna hurt, but but a little bit of stitches will easily fix that. It'll be fine. Just put a bandage on it. But in this case, it's a deep cut. It's like got stabbed through, and like the amount of nerve damage, the amount of damage in your shoulder would be a lot to hurt. Would hurt a lot, and like limit the use of that one arm. The other arm would be fine, but that one arm is screwed temporarily. So
yeah, pretty much. I have something else to mention about this particular point. So a couple of years after, well, actually 1 year after this episode came out, I happened to make a music video that featured this particular footage. And one of my one of my more questionable decisions, I should say, I don't know if I ever regret this or not, is the fact that the song was all about the journey of Zane specifically. If anyone's wondering what I'm talking about, it's literally the second most popular video on the channel. You can find it pretty quickly. But the thing is that through like the whole of the life of Zane, or just featured particular points or references in the lyrics or whatever, and then I got up to this point, and this was the last visual. I think it's because I was trying to time with like the stab, so like he would fall like, I have no intent to leap up. There's a monster left to slay, like fall down that way. And then I just did not consider the fact that having Garth loom over him in his last moments and cutting to the end card would potentially imply that Zane dies right here, and that's the end of his story. So, the good part about, fan works is that everyone knows they're based on something already, and most people who watch the video already know.
Hey, guys.
I've already seen the source material, so they know. They're aware.
Hey guys, I gotta go for now. I gotta go, unfortunately.
Okay.
Something's
All right,
up.
then.
Something came up. So, before I go, I'm just gonna say my general thoughts on this episode. I really like this episode. This episode actually got me like tearing up, like during a conversation that Aaron had with either a mental memory of his mom or like or her ghost. I don't know. That's kind of confusing.
And you can find that footage on Aiden's channel if you want it.
Yeah, but like this episode, like was just like a really big episode for me because like I don't know, it really connected with me because like it's also super dramatic. It was nice. I really like this episode. It's probably one of my favorite in the whole season as a whole.
Okay.
But like my main major peeve to this episode is just the animation with Garth and Zane because it looks too silly. And my problem is the Garth and Zane scenes should be taken hyper seriously, and it just looks kind of goofy and kind of wonky sometimes. A lot of the time, it's like it kind of takes away from the extreme seriousness of the situation.
Very well then. Well,
anyways, you guys.
Eventually, yeah. Good luck with whatever it is that's happening.
It's
subscribe to Aiden. In all fairness, he barely sounds like Garth now.
Hey, that means Andy did a good job.
Yeah, potentially. Or, I mean, it is difficult in some situations to go from a voice that you've determined for a particular collection of emotions and intonations to suddenly having to do the exact same character in a different situation. It's one of the things that actually CWVA mentions in the reviewing bad voice acting episodes. I'm not saying this is bad voice acting, I'm just saying that's where CWVA mentions this topic. That if you're going to do a voice, make sure that you you can do it in any of them, in any range, just in case you get asked to.
Arth, please remember me.
And Zane in this moment decides that remembers when he used to mess with his brother growing up and just spits in his eyes. Ah, my eye! And escapes.
I love you, big brother.
Wow, Garth was
Okay, I don't
very
think
large
that
as
is
a
a
child.
yeah. I'm like that is not an accurate age difference. That is not an accurate age difference.
I know that Garth's a himbo, but I don't think he was held back that much in high school.
Literally,
Oh,
I'm
Zane's
like
smiling in that
that is
image.
not a proper age difference.
I love even Vlad's taller than Zane in that image.
That doesn't surprise me.
Gareth!
Okay, this is the first point where I'll say the shoulder gash should have been just the shoulder wound should have affected
You
him.
should not
Like,
be
it just
able
goes
to
in-
hug.
Yeah, like starting here is when that should start. Then that should really begin to affect.
I'm so sorry.
Long live
As
the
you break
king.
his shoulder. As you break his shoulder.
You just hear like the bones crackling. It's like an added sound effect.
It's not your fault.
No! Lucinda!
Yeah, see, he calls up with his arm as well. That takes a conscious effort in the animation. I'm not letting that one fly. In Amps of Aiden, I'm going to be paying attention to that now. Lucinda used smokescreen. It wasn't very effective.
Lucinda! Talk to Caitlin!
Right now isn't the time!
In order to break her from this control, she needs to feel a powerful emotion like love!
How can I hear you? We're several hundred feet in the air. Your voice should not be traveling this much.
Remind her of those she loves! Try to talk to her!
What?
You better be right!
What?
Caitlin, please! You don't want to do this! You don't know what I want! Like, Caitlin...
I mean, it's honestly this animation here. I'm going to choose this animation. Lucinda dodging like this. She's just kind of like holding her position, and Caitlin's just sort of like making swipes at the front. It's like she's not actually trying to punch her.
I know, wouldn't want to hurt her.
Which, you know, Caitlin having his the punchies right now. That I can verify as a fanfic thing because that was in the fanfiction reading.
Friends! Since have you known any? You always picked on me when we were young. No, Caitlin, that's
Hey, look, you picked on each other, okay?
not what I wanted at all.
Nope.
And she's dead. It's the end of the series.
Yep. I was literally about to say that. She's dead.
I always thought of you as a great rival, a great friend.
I do like how she, you know, said rival first, or almost did too.
I wouldn't give to punch that smug look off your face.
You literally just did a second ago.
Go ahead. Huh? You're one of my great friends, Caitlin.
And friends allow friends to punch each other in the face.
You'll always be.
Can't hear you, up in the air, don't whisper.
I love you, Sugar Pea.
Second time she's called her Sugar Pea. I thought it was the first time when I first reviewed this, but I remember there was actually a time in the previous episode where she says the same thing. Another idea that Caitlin being reminded of, like, first of all, her family, like, the thing. I don't think, again, I say historically this has never called her Sugar Pea before, so it's kind of interesting that that's what snaps her out, considering it's not coming from the source itself. And aphmau just kind of, you know, is there in the other image.
What have I done?
That surprised you.
Caitlin.
Yes and no.
It's going to be alright. I've done horrible things.
Psych, still controlled. Whee!
Oh my god.
going to be alright. It played. Ooh.
Hello, my name. Have you ever wanted to sound like me? Well, now you
Oh,
can.
I was like,
With
what
a
is
new
that?
jacket that is come out.
Oh, okay, Zane. Challenge accepted. Hold on a minute. Right. Hello then. Do I sound enough like Zane now? I believe I do. I should have known all this time the power was because of this jacket. It all makes sense now.
That is specifically made for you by me. It was actually made by aphmau, but we're not going to talk about that right now. It's all about me.
I think that aphmau recorded these lines and Keston repeated them the exact way that we said, but because obviously that's why she put on the mask, especially for this part, because that wasn't part of the sale. I can vouch for that. So, but you know, it helps with the with lip syncing. Very smart idea.
Being you, being me. But seriously, the Zane jacket is now available on the aphmau store, down in the description below. It's a limited edition run, so be sure to check it out and grab it while you can if you want to sound just like this. Hope you enjoy the show. Bye-bye.
Oh, I do, and I enjoy both the hoodie and the voice. Thank you, Zane.
Your emotions are still unstable. You will become a monster if you can't control them.
What exactly are you? You hid it from everyone, so you could be one of them. And you chose to live a lie this entire time.
Just kill him! The world would be safer without him!
Okay, here we go. Rachel!
Mommy, I don't want to go to bed.
You don't have to. You don't if you don't want to.
I'm pretty sure this is Joseph as young Aaron again, you know, as his tradition.
But it's dark outside, and everyone's gone.
Is it dark outside? Is it that dark? I don't know.
Everybody's still afraid of me.
Okay, so interesting thing that I you know, again, 5 years later. So at some point in 2020, around that time, or 2021, not sure, the Nostalgia Critic did Spider Month, and one of the scenes that was highlighted in that was a scene in, I think it was Spider-Man 2, where Peter hosts a party, and then eventually at some point after that, you know, the guests all leave, as one does with the party, and Aunt May fell asleep, so he wakes her up, and in that moment, but as she wakes up, she realizes, like, she doesn't realize, like, how much time has passed, and then she says, "Everyone's gone, aren't they?" And then Peter says, "Yes," and she just says, "Did they have a good time?" "I think so." And the implication there is that she could be talking about the party guests, or she could be talking about all of the people in her life and how it is just them now. Do they have a good time while they were actually around? So hearing that line, "Everybody's gone" here, considering how season 6 was memed to be written around this time, and what Aaron thinks has happened to everyone at this point, it could be going in the same direction, honestly, with that line.
Sweetie, they just don't understand. This book isn't about you. You're not a heartless monster. You're my son. A caring and smart young man who doesn't deserve the fate that you were bestowed.
Why am I always alone?
I think he said, "Why am I always alone?" I couldn't quite tell, but I think that's what it said.
Why am I all alone? I don't know why I speak kid.
Well, you talked about your 3 younger siblings earlier, so maybe that's why.
Ah, yes, my 4 younger
I'm
siblings.
Hmm.
sorry. I'm so sorry I wasn't there.
What a fantastic transition as well.
Why am I alone?
There we go. You're right.
Your father and I, we tried so hard to make sure you were safe. In doing so, we lost sight of so many things. We lost sight of what you truly needed.
Yeah, to not join the family business. Don't think I've forgotten season 3, Rachel. I still remember. Also, there's 2. Yeah, I know. It's fine. I was on it. There's 2 ways of interpreting this scene, actually. One is that, this is actually Rachel, and what the news report said before actually happened, and she is dead, and this is her ghost talking, like Aiden implied just now. But it seems that from our previous conversation, Aiden has since opened up his mind a little bit. It seems, because he did he did say this is possibly just a memory projection of his mother. Of course, the person who's supposed to think that Rachel is dead, other than the audience, is Aaron himself. So he would conjure this image in these last moments, or I guess what he thinks might be his last moments. Because who would he actually want at this particular point? But her. Maybe also Derek, but let's face it, not so much. So again, depends on how you read this and how you read Rachel's words here, because they could either be that, again, she's saying, we tried everything, in the past, saying like, we tried everything, we're not there anymore, so we can't try anymore, so everything is in the past for us now. Or it could be, again, Aaron thinks she's dead, so therefore she would say this.
I'm sorry. So sorry that in this moment we can't. Be the ones that comfort you.
Huh. Well, Emily dipped and Jacob seems frozen to me. Hello? Okay, cool. So Twitch can still hear me, but Jacob died. Okay, cool. So Emily, who's in the chat right now, can also hear me. Well, I guess we're gonna... Nothing? I don't know. Mildly confused. Why Jacob hasn't dipped yet. Do you think Jacob doesn't know? Because, like, that is a possibility. You would think. But if he's frozen, the chat might not be loading. We're just gonna chill. I'm not entirely sure what to do. Ooh, Jacob moved.
Okay, I think I'm
Jacob
back.
moved again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, whenever I hear the restream beep, it's usually either
Okay,
someone else
but you
connected or
guys
not.
both CC'd at
It's
the
definitely the
exact
grid.
same time.
Then
So,
it's
like,
definitely
yeah.
the grid. Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't know.
It's
Emmy and
having
I
a-
don't actually live that far away from each other, so there could potentially be a problem just in general over here. Good thing this video's going to be
Yay.
pre-recorded, so the YouTube people won't suffer as much, apart from the random pauses, I suppose. I don't know if they save or not in the video. I don't know how that's going to work, actually, in the VOD. Well, I guess we'll find out. Is the image still there, by the way?
Yes, I can still see Aaron towering over his mother.
Okay, fair enough, then. Then we'll continue.
I am so sorry that we weren't there for you when you needed it. But you have so much more of a heart than we did. You're
That's not
so
difficult.
much more capable than we were.
I repeat my
And
previous
because of
statements.
that, you're not alone. Someone who made you smile.
Gareth did not make Aaron smile in that scene. He made him leave the bed and sleep on the roof. That is the worst example.
Someone who made you stronger.
Yeah, again, bad example because Caitlyn again threatening. I think around this time, just when she was threatening to, that Aaron should like keep his hands to himself despite, dating aphmau and being in a fully consensual adult relationship. So it was very much not her business. How does this make him strong?
Someone who put their faith in you.
Okay, that one makes sense. Thank you.
Someone who believed in you.
As does that one.
Someone who showed you kindness.
There could have been a million other ones better than that, but sure, fine.
Someone who made you laugh. And someone who just wanted to help. They're waiting for you.
That
And
seems
right
really
now-
sad. If Kawaii-chan's only function was to make, like, to just try to help.
Well, I mean, in that situation, that scene took place right after he presumably, heard Melissa get shot. Well, she did get shot, but she didn't die. So there really was nothing to do in that situation.
They need you. That demon is trying to take all of them away.
I guess that's why they were the examples, because they're the only ones that are actually around. It couldn't have been like, a random Lawrence thing or something. Although I guess, the whole world's at stake, so technically speaking, yeah, they could be.
Your fate isn't decided yet. You don't need to be the monster everyone thinks you are.
Maybe I'm the monster. Sorry.
You can be the hero in the story they'll never hear. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. You are still and always will be Aaron.
I want to protect them.
You are the main character of this season of MyStreet.
I don't know where I am.
You can find your way back. Just listen.
Yeah, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to head to Cross Station in your own mind and take a train. Where will it take you? On. And there you go. That's how you get back.
Nah, you have to follow the light.
And yeah, I did not escape my notice that aphmau was obviously being saved for something much more major. particularly with the main character thing, it always kind of seems strange to me that as soon as Jason started assisting with the writing, suddenly Aaron ends up becoming, again, sometimes more of a main character than aphmau does. I guess it depends on the episode, actually, because in these seasons 4 and 6 especially, they're still mainly from aphmau's perspective once she shows up, because beforehand there's a bit of time with Lodge where she wasn't there, but whatever. But yeah, so they're still pulled away from that, but yeah, it feels like Aaron just gets more featured episodes to himself. Because every MyStreet character has had like at least one episode to explore something to do with themselves or something to that effect. Aaron just happens to get many, many more. Kind of makes aphmau become secondary until, again, the focus gets pulled back to her, and here we are.
Someone who never gave up on you.
I can hear a heartbeat. Instant transmission! If people don't know, instant transmission, you have to log on to a signature that you've detected before. So someone, or just like a very powerful energy. So I suppose that counts.
She's still there. She needs you.
Mom.
It's okay, honey. I'll always be here with you. Always.
Let's see where it gets the phrase from. Oh my.
I love you, Aaron.
Oh, see, problem solved. His eyes are gone completely now. I know it's a style to have the eyes appear, but...
Wait, what was the problem?
Well, the ultimate eyes. They're gone now. No eyes at all. There you go. Fixed.
Ah.
You know something else?
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
You know how I said before, that the way to solve the ultimate curse would be just for any ultimate family to just, adopt children instead? Another solution, potentially, could have been eye surgery. I don't know if that one is a bit more up in the air, but at least at some point across, the generations of Ultimas that are there, that, some of whom have their private doctors, one of them might have tried that.
I love you.
Judging that his eyes were gone, but the tears were still there. Where were they coming from? His skin? He was just sweating. That was what they were.
Not yet. I'm not.
His eyes are back.
Yet.
Yeah. Ah, yes. Recently added lore of Void Burns.
They need me.
I never did finish Void Paradox.
I did, but I forgot how it ended.
All I remember was that Lawrence
I mean, it kind of
existed.
reset, but Lawrence did in fact exist. He fell down a hole as he was prone to do at the time, in diary's form.
Why
I've been
are
there
you
waiting this whole
starfishing?
time.
Why are you
While
starfishing though?
both battles, yeah, while both battles were raging on, aphmau was just there waiting patiently for Kim to press the button.
What was that?
Emmeline, look!
aphmau! Something outside is throwing the cannon off center. We should hurry back to the group to make sure everyone is okay.
It could be just, again, wind turbulence. No one's accounting for this, but there would be just a ton of wind up here.
All right, I'll be right there.
What were you even doing down here then?
Searching
Just
for
stood
Aaron.
there. I mean, okay, searching for Aaron. He's clearly in this room. He's about to be. I know what's going to
Okay,
happen, but from her
but she can
perspective,
sense that this is where he disappeared. She has the Aaron sense. She knows. Oh, Jacob died again.
Oh.
So M's probably gonna die soon.
Mine? Maybe I spoke too soon. Just trying to figure out whether it wants to die or live. Okay, mine seems fine. I say that as the boss just.
Yeah, it's changing a little, just a tad. Ah, Jacob!
it still says that this connection is lost.
Well, I can hear you now.
So can I.
All right, I'll take your word on for that then. One more reload.
England's having.
Yeah. At least our general area. I don't know about the rest of it.
Our part of England's having a moment.
Yeah. Let's just go from here. Nell, I can sense you. Just in case that Joe got lost in the connection earlier.
I'm confused.
Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Understood.
Yeah. Some of the audience will get that.
I'm right here.
Interesting how the clouds seem to be formed here. If there's one con I give to Jason's voice act was the echo that's like
It makes perfect sense, obviously. In an endless void, there would be echoing.
Yeah, but the fact that he's not projecting and it still happens. Kind of like that.
Aaron! aphmau!
See? There you go. That's a projection right there.
Aaron! Aaron, are you here?
To Kim, it must seem like she's losing her mind.
But potentially.
Oh, I guess not.
I heard him. He was right here. aphmau! He's not there. I heard.
aphmau, that is a
Kim is
flaw.
becoming. Yeah, Kim is becoming Hermione. Has anyone noticed how in the Harry Potter films, for some reason, it was always Hermione that was was the one who was accidentally gaslighting Harry? It was like, did you guys hear like the voice around the room? It was like, we didn't hear a voice, Harry. Well, this thing coming from the veil. There's nothing there, Harry. It's like, did you hear screaming for the mentor attack? No one was screaming, Harry. It's always her every time. It's like, you're not helping. Clearly experienced something. You live in a world of magic. There might be a reason for this.
Heard him.
It very much seems like Ron would just be too, like, he would question his sanity before he questioned Harry. And Hermione is like, no, my sanity is perfectly in check.
Yeah. Listen to me. I am the one who knows all about this. If I have not read about voices from Dementors, they'd not exist, of course.
Aaron, please. I'm right here.
I kind of said the same thing. That was nice.
Aaron, stay with me. I'm right here.
He's
aphmau,
there.
that is air.
Can you feel him?
Yeah. He's trapped in the void. He doesn't have much time.
What is in that?
I'm right here, Aaron.
Well, you're about to see, I think.
I'm right here. Stay with me.
It's a bomb.
Are you sure?
Not at all.
Please.
That's been a mystery for the entire series. I forget if they opened it before this, but I think that was the briefcase that Agent R brought in the very first scene over to Starlight,
looked
and that's
like
why it's like
it.
break the barricades. Yeah, yeah, that thing is the reason that the first two people died in the series.
Please.
I will say, as much as they as they cop out on main character deaths all the time, there's a body count of extras for sure.
I feel like, in the nicest way possible, Agent R should have died before he got there.
Potentially, but then who would have brought the briefcase or just sunk in the ocean?
Some rando. I'm like some younger rando who wasn't old when they were in college.
I mean, okay, if some rando finds it, where they're gonna know to take it, it's like, take this to this house, and there's like, actually, that would be an interesting plot point. Just a random civilian who actually gets entangled in all of this. Could have been an
I'm like,
idea.
it would be a like
How much
that
can we
is
trust
that
this
would have been a
person?
really cool way also to introduce a new character. Not that they need a new character, but it would be kind of cool. Like, for example, Purple Eyes. That'd have been a really cool way to introduce Purple Eyes.
Okay, I know that you mean Toby. Well, first of all, Toby was the captain of the Guardian Forces. He would have
Yes.
absolutely not given that over.
Accurate, but
okay,
he does come to have an understanding later on.
Okay, so it's just complicated the whole time. It's like, it might be important now that so I'm going to take it
Yes.
from. Okay, I guess, and then he holds on to it. You know what? That's fair. Also, I know you meant Toby the whole time, but there's a YouTuber called Purple Eyes WTF that I was thinking of when you said that. Yeah, it's the person who made the I'm at soup meme, in case you're wondering.
Here! Be careful!
What a terrible idea! Why would you do that? It's not that I don't trust Doraemon, it's just that there's too many unknown variables. Could overshot, overshoot, undershoot. aphmau could just not catch it. Can whack her in the head at Mach force.
Yeah,
Or she catches it the first time. Oh, I forgot. She's I forgot she's a werewolf now, so she's got practice with catching balls. Forgot.
How do I use it?
Hold it! Exactly he is.
Don't know exactly where he is. He just like puts like it inside his rib cage or something. It's like, ah, wait, a little bit further back.
Please, Aaron. Please. Please.
Stay calm. Reach out to him.
Reach out, touch base, do 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 do. Yeah, think about the worst memories that will reach. Yeah, Aaron thinks about the best memories he has with everyone, and also Gareth. But yeah, aphmau's like, yeah, all the trauma.
The best.
Right, aphmau's got them. She understands. Trauma bond. That is how you do it.
Maybe it's the opposite one.
Oh, he's cutting out again.
About the
apologies, you're cutting out again.
Complete each other.
Oh. It looks so done. This deserves a screenshot. Jacob in depression.
Oh my god, they made him emo.
Wait, where in the world should I put this?
Group chat.
Yes. Oh yes, Jacob with 2 B's now. I may or may not have been playing Honkai Star Rail for most of this.
I may or may not have been editing a picture of a concept idea throughout most of this.
See, this is how it's supposed to be done.
That I managed to convince Aiden that Lilith and Jason should have a child at one more point. There was an accident, and then managed to come up with a reasonable explanation of why that child should exist.
Oh my. Okay, wait. Lilith and Jacob. Jacob was her partner in crime, right?
Jacob? Jason?
Jason, whatever. Close enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
although throughout the Minecraft series, it just kind of kept coming up that they were something more. We're talking about Lilith and Jason lore now, guys. That they were something more through just my own terrible acting and teasing when Jacob and mostly Jacob caught on. So one time when I at 2 a.m. when I may or may not have been intoxicated, I made them a child and I was showing it off to him in KW, and he went, "Oh, I wish angels could have kids." I went, "Why can't they?" So then we talked about why angels couldn't have kids, and I said she doesn't have to be planned; she can be a mistake.
Oh my god.
To which then we started talking about Asphodel, and then he came up with the idea that they both bumped into an empty soul in Asphodel and made a child.
Seems pretty accurate.
And made a picture of just a very confused Lilith holding a child. Hi, Jacob.
Hi. I got some of that context, by the way, so it wasn't like an in isolation line of Lilith holding a child.
Lilith with the child.
Alright. I think this might be one final time that I need to load this video. Maybe. We'll see.
I have full faith.
I don't.
May or may not be just saying that.
Great.
Obviously, I still have full faith in you, Jacob.
Okay. They always find good ways to transition into the animation as well. I'll give them that. Yeah, go. Go. Run. Go. Yes, that's right.
That's not running.
Yeah, it's
Speed
movement.
walk.
It's movement. That's what counts.
And Aaron's dead.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. The person we knew was there was there.
Oh my god.
The person we knew was dying and didn't have much time is dying. Doesn't have much time.
Really? I thought that was Lawrence.
What?
No, he appears in Dante Travis the show.
Wait, Dante and Travis, the show is an actual thing?
Oh.
What?
Have fun later. Wait, do you not know about that either? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, I need to...
Stay with me, please. I'm right here.
That's the third time she said that in this episode.
Guys, I think she's right here, but I can't tell.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
I know. It's okay.
I just didn't know what to do.
Shh, it's okay. It's over now.
Is it though?
Is Blaze okay?
But him specifically, we'll get back to you on that. Everyone else, yeah.
Doesn't answer the question and just breaks down in his arms. Great.
I mean, I think we know the
That's
answer.
an
to
answer
that
in and of itself, yeah.
I didn't know who he asked was fine.
one.
Blaze.
Blaze.
Who?
Also, one. Oh my god. The guy that Aaron slashed with a demonic broadsword a few episodes back.
Yeah, I
The only
Redhead
person
guy.
who is most definitely not coming
I
back.
still don't.
Yeah, they went out of their way to establish that Blaze was dead. Also, okay, and also, okay, so also about this shot here. Another thing is that that this shot, I don't know what it's called in English. It's en plano cenidad in Spanish, but this type of shot is mainly used when a character is either dead or dying. So it's another indication of Blaze's fate. Because usually, like, trying to bring up to heaven, that's the implication.
Okay, but haven't we already... Wait.
Hmm?
I'm gonna shut up. I don't know if this has happened yet.
Oh, if you talk about the Blaze scene, yes, that has happened by now.
Okay, perfect. I'm like, haven't we already seen
Yeah,
what
we
happens to him? I'm like...
Yeah. Okay. Well, ethereal bonds. Apparently, one of apparently Aiden's possibly favorite episode. I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite episode. It's kind of hard for me to say with season 6 because with so many with so many like isolated moments you could say in a vacuum are so incredible. It's kind of hard to quantify all of them to some extent.
I
Before
think
we move on, I
this
guess
is
the Levi trip.
definitely one of my. This episode itself is probably one of my favorites.
I will say one thing that this episode has that the other ones don't necessarily is a theme to it, because this is the episode where everyone who was cursed in some way, well, not everyone, but 3 people who were cursed in some way remember who they are and gain their freedom back through the remembrance of others. And it's usually, usually it was a fight, not necessarily in the case of Aaron, but usually there was a fight in proceeding. Then somebody, the person they were interacting with, reminds them of something. They get the memories, and then suddenly they break free and they say, "I'm sorry." Then another person comes along and says it's not their fault. So yeah, I guess in a sense, the rule of 3 is a common thing in stories, mostly in comedy, but also in poetry and other stuff. So makes sense on a structural level. But yeah, kind of interesting that that all happens now. I guess because we're supposed to wrap up as like, okay, we need to break these people free. Now what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're going to talk and talk, talk and talk. But as for this episode, Levi Drink will go to possibly, but maybe not necessarily, Ghost Rachel. And that interaction, because she she knocked it out of the park in comparison to the other 2. The other 2 were just, like, you just know who you are. Someone's controlling you for the most part. But Rachel was like, no, you are not a monster. We're going to clarify this. We're going to use the different shots. We're going to make it a little bit different, nice and varied. And we love that. All right, now we're gonna leave, and I'm gonna see if Discord was better than Restream, because my goodness, this is awful. Maybe watch an episode 4 with Maya, see what happens, and potentially Emily.
Can I
if,
request
we
a
both don't
different
connect.
activity?
I think I know what you're gonna
Oh,
say. Just
great.
depends if like Emily was around. If you're gonna say Pixelmon, then potentially.
I want to get that figured out.
That's fine. We'll go into Discord. We'll go in the group chat so Shiny can, as you know, he wouldn't be able to hear us because he can't respond. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
We'll go on Discord and figure that out.
The Emily. Emily can join us.
We can call in the Emily. Yes, we can.
I mean the fanfic chat.
Okay. All right. Well, the last thing for me to do, of course, is to figure out when the next episode actually came out. I forgot to look that up beforehand. Part 1. Reborn Part 1 was the 4th of May. It was Star Wars Day. There you go. So I guess we'll see everyone on well, potentially sooner, depends, because I might do APH TV bloopers. I forgot when those came out. But guaranteed May the 4th, same time, same place, 5 years later. Until then, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And check out The Mutant Girl, my brand new show, in quotes, as I said last time. And on that note, until next time, farewell.